Welcome back to the multiplayer Counter-Strike challenge here in the upper bracket final between Infused and XMG Esports. XMG, of course, losing out on Dust 2 there, 16-3. Infused 1-0 up in this best of 3. Just knife for teams there. I think it was Infused who just won the knife for teams. And it does look like we're going live. Infused starting on the CT side, and they have XMG, of course, on the T side. And Infused 1-0 up, so if they win this, they will progress on to the grand final, with XMG dropping down to the consolidation final. So, once again, thanks for tuning in. I am missing Kai at the moment. He will be back in a minute or two, so I will be casting the first few rounds of this, at least. So, we are live. Have fun said, we are starting our second map with this upper bracket final on Inferno. Now, it is a quick push towards this banana area for the Infused players. I thought they were going to take control of it, but it was just a risky double nade towards bottom of banana. Try to catch a few of those players off. Did actually catch JT off. He lost a little bit of health, but Red Snake must have lost a little bit of health somewhere towards mid at that stage. But critical all the way up banana here. Danielson with the P250. Of course, T-Sack helping him out there, but Bomb is at bottom of mid. Hudsg and Shiki trying to work that apps area, but not working it successfully as of yet. So wouldn't be surprised if we've seen the fake on the A, which it does look like Shiki is doing, and the hit on the bomb site will be the B bomb site eventually, as all 5 players are stacking up on this banana area. So here we go, flashes and smokes coming in. Danielson is jump crouching. Smoke's coming in. Is it going to be a fake or is it going to be a push? Shiki has made an aggressive push in mid, so that's stopped all those players from taking the bomb. Will be pushing onto this B-bomb site. Danielson caught out. T-Sack has to get a kill here. Gets one, but can't get any more with Danielson going down pretty quickly there. Too many players rushing him there. And XMG will get the bomb planted with Infused having to retake this bomb site. It is Robin and Red Snake, the 2 players left here. Red Snake getting that frag on the critical, but Red Snake on very low HP. Has to take out critical here in close flower bed. They've just pushed through. You don't know he's there, and Robin with that shot does take out Pile. Robin with the second shot. I mean, it's just Shiki left now. Shiki is in a perfect position though. He has to get the shot onto Robin. Leaves on 2 HP, and the Terrorists win. Shiki getting that 1 versus 2. The bomb, I'm not too sure how far it was to be Infused, but it must have been close. Shiki had a kit, it looked like. And 1-0 scoreline. XMG getting off to the good start that they needed. Should see another 2 rounds coming out for Infused. As of course they can't plant any bombs or anything like that to get any extra money, so it is a Galil buy an AK for the XMG side with Red Snake and T-Sack, both with CZs on banana here. Aggressive push by Red Snake. I think he has been spotted by JT. JT will pre-fire that area, and oh dear, both players going down in banana. That should be a straight banana push coming out from critical, and JT, of course they are Spuds. Not rotating yet, they're waiting to get some access. They've spotted some players at mid. Spuds with the dink down mid on Hudsg, not able to finish him off. And 1-0 the scoreline is between XMG, remember. So the bomb will go down. Danielson and Robin, well, just Danielson now with a P250 against, trying to take out Pile here. Might get a weapon out of it, struggling to get out balcony, and those players will hunt him down very, very soon. And Danielson trying to boost himself back into apps. Should get in any second. Oh, he's actually went for the boost onto the window ledge, but critical is waiting there, sees him. And Danielson falling off the roof. Somehow lives, but critical finally finishing him off. 2-0 the scoreline, and Kaya Knight has rejoined me on the 3rd round. XMG up 2 rounds, should see 1 more round coming out for them, but Shiki and Pile maybe on. No, they're Galileo by somebody else dropped for them. So 2-0 the scoreline in favour of XMG. 1 more round to come before Infused are able to buy.
Just removing the echo, it's gone. So here we go. So far, wow, a team kill from Danielson onto the head of Chuck, and now it's just Spuds and Red Snake up and kicking for the CTs. Spuds is gonna. Hang on a second there, he might catch Powell. No, Powell's going to fall back. Cheeky with the bomb on his back. And by the looks of things, they are going to head over to this B-bomb site where Red Snake is lurking. We know how good that CZ75 is, but it's not good enough to drop the likes of Critical. And now, we saw Spuds pull off a few 2 versus 1 clutches on Dinos too. But surely it's going to take something very, very special for him to try and pull out the back here. and he doesn't. Powell dropping Spuds, and 3-0 to XMG.
Yep, and we will be having the first buy round coming out now, so moment of truth for Infused. If they lose this, then we could see the exact same as what Infused did to XMG on Dust 2, go 5-0 up, and wouldn't be too good for them. But we've seen XMG playing pretty well on Inferno yesterday, and I think we've seen Infused on Inferno. I can't remember exactly the score, but I'll be expecting a slowish round from XMG. They'll be obviously playing a little bit more careful now because these players are on buys. But Resnick peeking CT, does manage to spot a few, and a smart decision by him not re-peeking because a critical whip bomb there would have been waiting to smash him in the head most likely. But smokes come down on Banana, and once again these XMG players are delayed from taking that B bomb site. But 3 players still waiting on the A bomb site while Powell and Shiki are working that area. Shiki actually going all the way up into boiler here, waiting out for a few of those smokes. Looking, it's a 2-player stack in pit with Spuds holding towards garbage / arch area, with an AWP of course. No armor though, so if he does get hit heavy by any of these players, it won't be a great situation for him. But Robin does manage to get that first frag into Shiki. He'll be waiting for Powell to go up through apps here. Danielson will be one of the main players to stop here. I guess Robin will be waiting on that bomb site. He has been Molotov site here. Going to stick with Danielson as he is in a good position. Spuds with that op shot, and HudsG, they still don't know, but Danielson's in pit here, and he has been spotted. HudsG, last player alive here. 1 versus 3. Gets 2 nice AK headshots. The bomb will be planted, so exactly what XMG needed. 1 versus 1. HudsG in the 1v3. He is going to peek it. No! Why did he peek HudsG? And Red Snake does manage to take him out easily enough, and the defuse will come in. Infused do pick up their first round in the buy. That could have been HudsG's round. He was in a 1v3. Did well to get those first 2 frags, but unable to convert in the last. And Infused are more so back into this game. I mean, they lost 4 weapons, so it's a struggle to buy once again. So I mean, it's back to square one for Infused. They need to win this round and force XMG on the Nico, but XMG might be able to buy again after this. But 3-1 the scoreline in favour of XMG.
Yep, and HudsG did all the hard stuff correctly, but then when it came to just protecting the bomb, he just went looking for the CTs for some reason, and Red Snake punished him for that error. But here we go. XMG pushes straight around Arch. Spuds with the first AWP shot. He will get the second before going down, and the herd of terrorists carry on running towards this bomb site. But it's a clean sweep from Danielson and Robin, and it will be 3-2 still in favour of XMG.
Not sure what the idea of the wraparound strat going around Arch without too many flashes. Spuds did well. I mean, he got that first frag on the critical, stayed alive even though he was peeking at that stage, and or he was playing from here. Nearly got the double from the angle here onto the players running around a mini pit, at least is what I call it. But XMG are on a buy round still. 0 cash though. No smokes or flashes. It's a bit hard. I mean, they really need to get some of those picks first before they go pushing into a site, because whenever you don't have any nades, it's really hard to take some of those bomb sites. So you need to wait for Infused players to peak somewhere at that stage. But of course, Infused are not going to peak anywhere at this current time. Danielson with the Molotov into apps to stop anyone pushing, but Powell and Shiki making their way up into upper apps, and we are going to be going for a B push. It looks like. Maybe a smoke coming in CT, or have they wasted them? They've wasted their nades. JT, the only one with the smoke. T-Sack going very aggressive here. Nice little flash, picks up the 2 frags, and that has dropped the bomb, and not good for XMG whatsoever. T-Sack will go down, but Red Snake sit and wait. Oh, shot by Huds! Red Snake was spraying through the smoke, but I don't know how he pulled that shot off, but Spuds through the smoke on HudsG. Shiki, 1 versus 3 situation. Can he do any better than HudsG did previously? But Spuds is peeking ruins. He crouched and stood up a little bit too early there. They know Shiki is in ruins, so they have a pretty good idea how to work this. 2 players are peeking towards flower bed, 1 going back CT, but Danielson is holding the angle here. Shiki has to take out Danielson, which he does. Can he get the second? No, he cannot. Robin finishing him off. Spuds holding onto the bomb. 3-3 the scoreline, and some good work from HudsG to actually get onto that bomb site, but T-Sack did well to delay that push onto the B bomb site. But 3-3 the scoreline, all drawn up. Remember, Infused are 1-0 up in this upper bracket final, and it's a best of 3.
Yeah, very, very good fight back coming in from Infused. They lost that all-important pistol round, but it's not really proven to be that important anymore because Infused have pulled a few rounds back, and Spuds will lob that nade towards mid before falling back, and if it wasn't for those smokes, he could have perhaps pulled off a few nice AWP shots, but Critical, Powell and Co pushing around Arch. It's Spuds who's going to go for the 5-man. No, missing the shot and going down. But now if XMG can at least get the bomb down, it will be a decent round for them. And the commentator's curse kicks in. The shake of the head comes in from Biggs, and Infused back in the lead. And remember guys, Infused won the first map on D-Dust 2. So Infused win Inferno, they will be going into our grand final, and XMG will be dropping down to the lower bracket.
Yep, XMG will go into the consolidation final and be playing the winner of the lower bracket final between Perilous and Rasta XD, which is being played at currently. Not sure what the score is on that, but I'm not entirely sure what the idea of XMG strat was there to do that wrap again. But Spuds, the nice shot on the Hud's G, peaked bottom of Banana, but they did that wrap strat round onto the A-bomb site through Arch. But I mean, it didn't work with a buy, so why would it work with pistols? I'm not too sure what that plan was, but T-Sack, very close on Banana here. You can see through the smoke site, he does tag Critical. I'm not sure how he is alive there. And that nade comes in, does a fair bit of damage to Critical. Critical on 34 HP, but Robin and Danielson, once again, the two players waiting in pit. But, Spuds taking out Shaky, I guess came out of Boiler there, flashing and falling back towards mini pit. So good play from Mr. Spuds here. Spuds is top fragging with Robin there, but he is going to peek this again. Nice shot on the pile. Can he take out Critical? Critical, of course, the opera there. Really bad flash. That really didn't do anything, but Critical tried pre-firing that. I guess he saw a bit of Spuds, but Spuds misses the shot, and Critical responds instantly. Missed shot by Spuds gave Critical the chance to bring this back. He has 1 versus 4. No chance, so Danielson and I guess Robin behind him. Yeah, that was Robin I was watching there. Able to peek Critical and take him out in middle. 5-3 the scoreline. XMG not able to pick up a single round since they won the pistol and the subsequent 2 rounds after that.
Here we go. So Critical has had to force by that Galil, but he does have a nade and a flash in hand, so it's not too shabby for XMG. And it is Inferno, it is a CT-sided map, so I doubt XMG will have given up just yet. They're going to go straight in towards this P-bomb site. Chuck and Red Snake are there to repel them, and so far they've repelled them brilliantly, especially thanks to the man from Greece in Chuck getting the 2-man. And well, Critical and Powell backing out now. They're going to go all the way back round the map, all the way back round towards that larger A-bomb site. But they're still going to have Robin, Danielson and Spuds to try and deal with. So let's see whether they can do it. Powell and Critical. Are they going to go Arch or are they going to go Quad? By the looks of things, they've opted to go towards Arch, and Spuds has been so dominant in and around this Arch area. He's got one. Powell's going to try and drop him, and he does. But surely it's going to be one clutch too many for Powell. And yeah, it was one step too far. 6-3. And Infused, they were 3-0 down at one point, but the comeback is real.
Yep, and I don't know. I don't know if it feels like XMG are throwing away rounds here. They're just kind of doing these weird rushes onto the A and B bomb site, not working out so well. Infused are just getting easy frags out of it, leaving 2 players against 5. Not a great situation you want to be in, but it is an eco for the T side here. And Spuds is peeking from Arch here towards second mid. Oh, he's actually going to fall back here, so Robin may be able to help out in mid here if Spuds is able to stop these players pushing through that smoke. Are they going to come through? It does look like it. So Robin is actually all the way up and up, so he's not going to be able to do anything about that. But Danielson manages to get 1 frag and apps. Robin coming around behind these players will stop the plant. Good from Robin. And the plant, or the bomb, has not been planted, so no money going towards XMG. Danielson pushing up here towards Graveyard. Can he take out Shiki? Nice shot from Robin. And it is just Hud's G left in a 1 versus 4. Not going to happen. 7-3 the scoreline. Bomb was not planted for XMG, so they don't get any extra money from that. But they have lost 7 rounds in a row here. So they are getting enough money. I mean, the economic advantage where you after losing 5 rounds in a row, you do get that economic advantage. I'm trying to remember the number off the top of my head. I'll see it eventually here, but XMG are struggling at the moment. They haven't been able to win a single buy round as of yet.
Nope, they haven't. And let's hope they can win a buy round sometime soon. They don't have anyone near Banana. Chuck and Red Snake playing that relatively defensively, but hello, the train of XMG players, they're angry and they want to get that bomb down, but Robin is proving to be too good for them. Hoods G is getting the return frag. He's going to push straight into this A. So he knows Spuds is lurking, and talking about Spuds, there's the AWP shot from him. And the question at hand now, whether Hoods G is going to be able to at least get this bomb down. He has. He's waiting for Spuds to come out the corner. Hoods G spots him. Spuds says, thank you very much. I'll have a hat trick of frags. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It infused. First time back so far in front of the second.
Yeah, I mean, great from Spuds. Once again, Spuds and Robin, the two players stepping up here. I mean, look, Robin 16 frags, Spuds 12. And JT not having the most fun time of his life here. 3 frags to 10 deaths. And 8-3 the scoreline. XMG, of course, able to buy once again, but Spuds, with this up, may be able to deny them a little bit more again. Has Danielson went into apps? No, he has not. Spuds pre-firing it there as he heard the footsteps running up from second mid. Falling back once again, so good from Spuds, playing it really defensive. I mean, he hasn't been over-peaking it at middle or anything, but the flashes are coming in. Danielson stuck on the balcony here. Is it going to be a push round Arch again? I mean, look at the sheer amount of smokes on that map. It does look like they'll be heading towards quad area here, but there's so many smokes, they're not able to get out here. Danielson waiting in this balcony here, has to take out Pyle. Pyle knows where he is, but we are missing one player in this A-bomb site. T-Sack waiting there, and Red Snake able to get JT as he's trying to flank round Arch there, but Spuds has to connect with one of these shots. Pyle can't cross the pit, has to know that, oh, this actually might be an XMG round. And Pyle shot kind of through that truck there. Spuds and T-Sack, the two players remaining here. Nice flash coming out from T-Sack, but forcing the players to fall back. Spuds, 1 HP. He takes out Pyle, the wrong player was behind him, but Critical picking up those last 2 frags. XMG finally getting a buy round on the board, but I mean, look at the cash. T-Sack's on 16k. I mean, Infused have got plenty of money in the bank. We are on round 13 now. 3 rounds remaining at this stage. And 8-4 the scoreline. XMG picking up their first buy round, and they really, really needed it.
Yeah, they did, and because they won that round, it means that they've finally got a bit of money in the bank, which means that they might make it 8-5. And at 8-5, it wouldn't be too catastrophic for them at that point, but Spuds is still reigning supreme with that AWP of his. He's going to fall back, and Critical, who was the AWPer for XMG, note the word was, and the reason why he was the AWPer is because he's now dead. Hoods G's decided to pick up the big green gun and try it out for himself. He's going to peek out, spots Danielson, but misses him by a millimeter. And XMG now, by the looks of things, they want to take control of this A-bomb site, but Chuck has actually pushed Banana, so they know that XMG aren't there. But finally, we're starting to see why XMG are as good as they are. But a mistake there from Hoods G. You know, if Red Snake hadn't gone down there, he would have left the bomb in the hands of Infused. But 3 versus 2, and the comeback is still on for XMG. And Infused are going to be trying to pull the comeback off in this round. They are 1 man down. But Shiki is on very low HP, but no, they decided to stay. And what do you think of that, Biggs?
It seems XMG have found a way of working out Infused. They tried that arch wrap a few times, didn't work out whatsoever with Spuds holding it with up. But it seems they got that quad push to work out pretty well there, and they're going to go up to their 5th round now. So XMG are bringing this back. I mean, 5 rounds. 5-6 rounds, good, but I mean, earlier on it looked like XMG weren't going to get anywhere, but they are bringing it back, which is good to see. So it looks like we're going to have a close second map. But looking at the cash, it was a smart decision by Infused to save. Of course, they had to drop a few the round before. Danielson, does he have a weapon? He has a USP. Oh no, okay, miscommunication. They have finally bought up here, but Spuds with the up at mid. Will he peek it? Not too sure. Critical, of course, does have an op towards bottom and mid, but Spuds is just holding the second mid angle. No big pushes coming in yet for XMG. Spuds pre-firing there as he was flashed, but once again, slow round here for XMG. 3 players stacked up in the banana area to go against T-Sack and Red Snake. As you can see, Red Snake on top of the coils with T-Sac playing very close on the fountain. But Flash is coming in. Bomb is, it is going to be a B push, so T-Sac is quite blind here, but Red Snake may be able to help out here, and there's 2 frags for T-Sac. Red Snake able to get a 4th. I can't find Red Snake. He is in ruins, and he is only on 12 HP. The bomb... I don't know why it says the bomb's there, so I'm not 100% sure where it is, but bomb has not been planted yet, and it is stuck on that B-bomb site in the corner. Red Snake with 12 HP, able to take out Shaky, and Pyle is the only player left here for XMG. Has to kill Red Snake. Does eventually kill him. Maybe he could have done it a bit earlier, but Robin getting that final frag. 9-5 the scoreline. It could have been XMG's round, but T-Sac and Red Snake playing well, getting that good crossfire from coils, and second oranges as well, able to take out a few of those players in that kill zone there for XMG. 9-5 the scoreline. This is the last round of the first half, and XMG would like, I suppose, one more round up, but they have had to force it slightly. Not enough money as such for amount of nades.
Yeah, they've had to force it, but then again, it is the last round, so they're gonna fire it as much as they can anyways. So 9-5, and like Biggs just said, 9-6 wouldn't be too shabby for XMG at all. Individually, they're very good, and the question I have now is whether we're starting to see this. They're going to run through the fire and head over towards this A-bomb site where Spuds is lurking. He's been superb with that AWP before Critical sends him down. They are going to go towards CT spawn, which tells us that this could be a CT spawn to be. Yep, it is, but they've got to speed it up because Red Snake, Robin, and Danielson will eventually notice this. So let's go and see how Chuck is going to try and counter the terrorists here. XMG, surprisingly, taking it very slow. Oh no, they've had a change of heart. They're heading towards this A-bomb site now. Maybe they're heading towards the B-bomb site. Yeah, they're heading towards the A-bomb site because the man who's on Banana, who's JT, is now heading towards A. So it's going to be slow and methodical. Hopefully, when it happens, on this bomb site, talk about the slow, Critical pull the trigger, nails Danielson in the head. It's 2 versus 2. Chuck is still to rotate, but no, they didn't clear the bomb site, and Red Snake will punish Powell. And JT is in an extremely tough scenario now. He'll drop Red Snake, but he's got Chuck coming around the corner, and Infused winning that 10th round on the board. 10-5 is the score going into halftime, and you know, Inferno's a CT side map. 10-5 is sort of like a score that we used to expect on Inferno and 1.6 and Source. But like we saw yesterday and in recent weeks, Inferno can really go either way. So on Inferno, take nothing away from the sides. XMG, they've got more than enough quality to pull the comeback off. But if Spuds gets that AWP in hand, then I worry for XMG.
Yep, I mean, 10-5, 5 rounds, T-side Inferno, not too bad, but you know, we've seen a lot more rounds for these T-side players. I'm going to stick with, well, actually Critical in that boiler area. Might get another frag here. Does do a lot of damage to T-Sac, not able to finish him off. HUDG waiting around that arch area. Bomb has not pushed the A-bomb site. Full rotate coming though from, well, maybe not. Pyle is making his way back to this A-bomb site. He does have that 5-7 once again. And Pyle has to rotate back around into that flower bed area. The bomb may go down for Infused here. Pyle has to stay alive though. He does have a friend. That's Shaky making his way through the flower bed here. Pyle goes down, but Shaky with a nice P2000 headshot onto Danielson. And the remaining 2 players, HUDG and JT, are making their way through. Oh no, JT was taken out. Shaky stuck here, and he is in a 1 versus 2. One player in New Oranges, another in dark spot. I think Shaky will go down, and Infused do pick up that first pistol round. So we should be seeing a 13-5 scoreline, and that is dangerous territory for XMG. But oh, I'm not sure. It's going to be tight. XMG could really do with an eco round right now.
Yep, they could. Infused, they're on a full Galil buy-up, but the thing is, you can't rule XMG out because ever since Valve introduced these CZ75s, we know how powerful they've been. HUDG trying to use one, but unfortunately we've seen CZ75s used a lot better throughout this tournament. But why are we looking on Chuck? It's not Chuck, sorry, on Powell, because no one is in and around the B bomb site. Infused, rumor has it, you know, around around here in the Ryko Arena that Infused have actually watched XMG's demo on Inferno yesterday, where I'm pretty sure they'll have seen Powell and how well he was playing, which is probably why they're trying to avoid this B bomb site at the moment and trying to head over to the A bomb site. And the commentator's curse kicks in. I said they were avoiding the B bomb site, and they're going balls deep into it right now. Let's go and take a look at Powell, who is going to be the counter Terry to try and repel this Infused attack onto the bomb site with that case hard 5-7. Couldn't drop any though, and it's JT all alone on his own. He's making his way towards this smaller B bomb site. Spots Spuds with that CZ75 auto. He spotted someone else as well, but with Red Snake on low HP, it's doable from JT, especially when you consider how overpowered that CZ75 is. And if JT picks up that Galil, which he does, he could pull this out the bag. But shaking the head again, Mix. What was wrong with that?
I don't know if he was trying to save it. I mean, he didn't have a lot of health to go for anything there. It was good he got rid of the weapon, but yeah, 2 players left, you know, Spuds and Red Snake, both on the site, peeking towards that CT area. There's no chance for JT to get out with that weapon. But 12-5 the scoreline. One more round to come out for Infused, unless we have a very good eco by XMG, which I said earlier. They really need it at this stage, because Infused are going to be pulling ahead. But, you know, it could be the exact same as we've seen on Infused CT side, losing the first 3 rounds and then clearing out after that, but not whenever Critical does that at middle, taking out one of those players. Danielson getting the pick into where was that? That was in apps somewhere, but JT will peek out here. Danielson spots him, nice little AK headshot onto JT, but only Critical left. Or maybe not. T-Sack with that shot on the Critical. There's nobody on the A bomb site, so it's free for Infused to push here, get the bomb plant, get a little bit more money in, and for Powell and Shaky to try rotate around, get this bomb site taken back, but they don't have any weapons. Powell with a 5-7, Shaky with a P2000, which isn't great in this situation whenever the T players do have some armor. Shaky getting flashed there, but looking to be a pretty bad situation for XMG to try retake this bomb site. But Dink coming in from Powell, not able to take out Robin, and Shiki left on 38 HP. Will he try save this 5-7? Not able to take out Robin. Shiki on 3 HP, Robin on 2, but nice shot from Shiki. Takes out Red Snake. I don't think he's going to be able to save that weapon, but Robin will have to run away. All those players are sprinting away from the bomb site. 13-5, the scoreline's going to be in favour of Infused, and Infused are looking to be in a good position to maybe I mean, all it takes is XMG to lose this by, and that's game over. XMG, you know, Infused will be sitting on 15 rounds then, basically. As long as Infused get their anti-eco right, you know, it could be a 2-0 here. Infused proving to be maybe a little bit too strong for XMG. But first round coming up, going to be interesting to see what XMG can do.
Yeah, very interested indeed. It's now men versus men, because of course it was men versus boys, but hello, look at this, guys. Infused, they're going to push straight up towards this B bomb site, but Shiki is on form. He will drop Red Snake, but Infused aren't giving up. Powell and Shiki exploding. They're not letting any terrorists get anywhere near that bomb site. 13-6, and well, Biggs, we wanted to see what XMG will pull out the bag in their first buy round, and what did you think of that?
Yeah, huge from XMG. Needed that round. They really needed it. That's them back in the game at the moment. Still low on cash, but we will see Infused on an eco. So as long as Infused can't take out too many of the XMG players, their economy will be in good shape for at least another 2 rounds at this stage. But they all are waiting at the bottom of mid. Will it be a quick B push once again, except this time with the pistols instead of the weapons? And we do have 2 players holding this bomb site. It is going to be Shiki and Powell, the 2 players. Powell with the smoke here, may actually molly it, but I think it's going to be a bit too late here. Shiki spraying through that smoke. Powell and Shiki working well together. Loads of frags, 3 frags coming in there, but completely blind. T-Stack getting sat by Powell. It's all up to Red Snake, and not a single weapon lost for XMG. Needed that. I mean, that's kept their economy in good shape now. I mean, look at their cash. They're looking pretty good for the next 2 rounds at least after this. And the scoreline is 13-7, and XMG picking up their 2 rounds, but this is exactly what happened with XMG on their T side. They won the first 3 rounds, and then Infused locked them out for 7 rounds in a row. So we could be seeing the same, but I think as long as XMG keep this up, it's going to be a pretty close map. But they need to win it, obviously, to stay in this best of 3 upper bracket final.
Yeah, and for anyone who didn't actually watch Infused play Inferno yesterday, one of the reasons why I mentioned that, sorry, for the people who didn't watch XMG play Inferno yesterday, one of the reasons why I mentioned that Infused, assuming they've seen XMG's demos on Inferno, would want to stay away from that B bomb site, was because Shiki and Powell have such a strong partnership on that bomb site that yesterday they were just absolutely mowing down anyone going their way. And in the last 2 rounds, Infused have made that mistake. They've gone towards that smaller B-bomb site. And my word, have they been mowed down. They've been punished. They've been slaughtered like a cow in a butcher shop. But I'd look for things. The rumors that were going around that Infused have checked out XMG's demos may be untrue because they are still heading towards that B-bomb site. They do have AKs in hand now. So let's wait it out and see how it unfolds. Chuck and Danielson prepare to stampede up Banana. And let's go take a look at Mr. Powell himself. He's going to be holding this from New Oranges. He's going to be a con. And is it going to be finally third time looking for Infused? Robin getting that first frag. Shiki coming in with the triple. But Robin, he's taken out Shiki. And now hopefully he can get the bomb down as well. It's Chuck to plant the bomb. It's Robin to try and protect him. It's Robin who's looking for the hat-trick. But the smokes are being lobbed onto the bomb site. Chuck with the frag. It's 2 versus 2. It's anyone's round. And I hope it goes in Infused favor, and you can hear Biggs reacting. Chuck in midair, nailing JT in the head. It's 2 versus 1. It's all down to the XMG man in Hoods G, but it was too difficult for him. And Infused are 1 step closer to entering the I-51 final. They've won Epic 12. They've gone under a few roster changes, but they look strong at the moment. 14-7 up against who are the team in XMG who are arguably favourites to win this. And we might see XMG drop into the lower bracket in a few rounds' time.
Yeah, Chuck proving to be too strong in that B bomb site. Robin helping him out there. He was pretty low health, though. Managed to get that first frag onto Shiki, but after that it was all up to Chuck. Chuck with that second shot, it looked like from watching from Robin's perspective, it was in mid-air, just smashing him in the head. Not sure how he did it. He should have died from that first encounter with Critical, but 14-7 the scoreline. Infused 2 rounds away from securing their place in the I-51 CSGO Grand Final. But we're not there yet. XMG still on a bye round. Infused playing this super slow. They're just trying to get XMG to peek out here, get a frag early on. But as you can see there, through the wall, Huds G is on top of this quad roof. But 3 players heading towards that B-bomb site. Once again against Powell and Shiki, who are a good couple to defend that B-bomb site most of the time. That last round it didn't work out as well, but Shiki picking up those 3 frags earlier on in that round. But once again, still slow. I mean, it's going to be a fake, I think, from Danielson and T-Sac, but actually Danielson taken out in middle there, so will they do the push onto the B-bomb site? It does look like they will go for it here. Shiki and Powell, the 2 players, defend it here. We do have Powell at New Oranges here, getting 1 frag. Shiki very close to the spots here. Nice little headshot. Is taken out by T-Sac. T-Sac goes down as well. Loads of trades coming in, leaving Red Snake in a 1 versus 3. I mean, this would be absolutely massive if Red Snake manages to pull this off. He is running, sprinting all the way. Does manage to take out Powell. Bomb plant coming in. Bomb will be planted. Money comes in, but JT shooting him from flower bed. 14-8 the scoreline is going to be now. But Infused, remember, only 1 more round needed before they can secure the draw, at least for an overtime. But I guess good again from Infused, getting the plant. I mean, it was the money that they needed. They're going to be on eco this round, of course. So we're going to be seeing 14-9. But Infused are pretty close to win this out. But I don't think XMG are going to give up without a really good fight here.
Yeah, so 14-8, and like Big said, XMG aren't going to give up without a fight. Rumour has it here in the Ryko Arena that XMG sort of fighting between each other, but let's hope that they can put all their differences aside and pull off the comeback of the LAN so far. So Spuds and Chuck and co wasting no time heading over towards this larger A bomb site, which of course used to be the B bomb site in source, but Critical is lurking. Critical is firing. He's got 1 kill already. He's going to go in search of the second, but it's dancing with the stars at the moment. They're all dancing around this bomb site, and XMG make it 9. And Infused, they're so close to hitting that match point mark at least. But I don't know, Biggs, like, XMG, they won that round. What do you think they need to do now to try and capitalize on it? Because they still are 5 rounds behind Infused at the moment.
Well, I mean, they're doing good. They're getting rid of, well, I mean, I suppose Infused got rid of quite a few weapons that round. They've forced XMG's economy to take a step back. But they are doing well with getting rid of a lot of Infused weapons. I mean, as you can see, their cash still isn't that great at the moment. They have full bot, but as long as both teams keep their economy in check, you know, get those picks, you know, especially on those eco rounds. I mean, Infused can afford to do a few ecos there. Shiki taking out Spuds as he decided to peek around there. Red Snake left on 3 HP. Dink coming in from Shiki. Not a lot of health left there, but Robin is still close in the smoke, spamming away. Oh, Pyle just about getting into that ninja spot. May be able to take out Robin here, but the bomb is towards middle there, and Apps. But Critical able to take out T-Sack as he decided to push Boiler. Could get the spam onto Danielson. None of those bullets connecting. 3 versus 5 situation. Sorry, 2 versus 5 situation. Shaky taking out Mr. Robin, and I think Red Snake is going to be running to save this AWP, which he is. Also Danielson. So Infused are saving those weapons to keep their cash and economy in check, as I've said. But XMG getting another round out. 14-10's the scoreline is going to be, but of course Infused only 1 round away from securing the overtime for this map. XMG have woken up a bit, but I mean, it's 4-4 in this second half. You know, it's XMG bringing it back. What was it? It was a 7 rounds in a row, wasn't it, or something to that effect, that Infused got on their CT side after losing the first 3 rounds. So XMG getting into the game, or sorry, Infused getting into the T side of the game a little bit earlier than XMG did in their first half. But 14-10 the scoreline. Eco coming out for Infused, just Danielson and Red Snake with those weapons.
Yeah, just to remind people, CSGO won't be on the main stage as it stands. I mean, Biggs can try and have a word with the organisers, because I do remember at I-49, I think it was, dear me, what's that game called? I can't remember what game it was, but remember Harvey, Biggs. Basically, their game didn't have a main stage final, but they managed to fit it in, and they had a surprise main stage final. So I'll have a word.
Shootmania, it was.
Shootmania, that was it. So me and Biggs can try and have a word with them, and hopefully they'll let us. Probably not, but we can try. You know, at least we can try, because let's be honest, CSGO, if we want the CSGO community to grow, we need a main stage final, despite no sponsor, because we have Plantronics. There's no wrong with Plantronics. They got the best headsets EU. So here we go, Danielson with the AK in hand, Red Snake with the big green gun in hand, but the rest of the Infused players are on only P250s. Spuds, who's on a Glock, he of course wants to save for that AWP. And talking about the AWP, it's Red Snake to drop Critical, but the CTs look strong. They've got those big weapons in hand. But Red Snake is going to try and use that AWP like an AK-47. Fails to do so. It's 4 versus 3. It's Infused, Danielson, and Spuds decide to rotate back up Banana. But they're going to have Powell, who is lurking around this corner to try and deal with. Oh, hang on a second. Powell's changed position, so let's go over to Shiki if we can find him. Here he is. It's Shiki all alone on this B bomb site. Powell is rotating. It's Shiki with the 4, and surely he'll make it 3 in a row now. Danielson only on 7 HP. It should be bog standard downside for Shiki. And it is 14-11.
Nice hold from Shiki. 1 versus 3 in that B bomb site. Able to hold it easy enough from those Infused players. Infused will be on a buy, it looks like. 1 player's bought up, that's T-Sec. I'm not sure that was a mistake. Okay, they're all buying up now. So 14-11. XMG are crawling this all the way back. Like I said, it is going to be a tight game after that. XMG. Oh. Server pause. Not entirely sure what that was about. I think you're only allowed to pause in the freeze time. But, oh, blue screen apparently. So, who's blue screened? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're not allowed to pause mid-round, so it has to be in the freeze time. So XMG have to cope with this. I mean, if 1 player's blue screened, that's critical, I would guess, because he's standing still. This could prove to be costly for the XMG side, but Shiki and Pyle are the few players left. Oh, nice few Molotovs. Pyle on the bomb site has to take out a few. Does manage to get 1 frag, but it's traded instantly by Danielson. Oh no, Shiki shot 3 coils and 2 players. There's only 2 players for XMG. It's JT and Huds G. Are they going to save? I mean, Infused are going to win out this round. They have 4 players on the bomb site. Oh, and that's proved costly. one blue screen, not pausing. He blue screen mid-round. XMG can't do anything about that, so it's going to be 15-11 the scoreline in favour of Infused. Infused securing that draw from, well, we never know, they might have been able to take that bomb site by themselves anyway and won the round out, but it doesn't help that you lose your player mid-round, and it's just left HudsG and JT saving this out to try push for the draw. That's all they're having to go for. So we will have a pause at the end of this freeze time. It is 15-11 in favour of Infused. Infused are up 1-0, remember, in this best of 3 series, and it is the upper bracket final of this multiplayer CSGO challenge. Critical has rejoined the server. Of course, didn't get his money back, so he's on. He's at a drop. It's fine. But 15-11, Infused only need one more round. So XMG once again asked to step it up. If they lose out in this, they will drop to the consolidation final and play the winner of Perilous versus Rasta XD, which should be happening at the same time as this. Back to you, Kai.
I'm not going to lie, Biggs, I've never heard anyone as excited about a blue screen as you were in that last round. It's like, ah, blue screen, ah! But anyways, Chuck is going to push straight into Archside. He's got one to the left, he's stuck in the middle, down goes the one to the right, and the T's are going to push straight into this A-bomb site. And let's all go get crazy and shout for Infused, because they are on their way to the final as it stands. Critical had a blue screen, but we've got Powell and JT, the only CTs left standing, to try and retake this bomb site. I said it was Powell and JT. It's only John Terry now. John Terry goes down, 6-11 in favour of Infused, and they're going to our final.